Say, man, welcome to 2025, man, where nothing stopped, nothing changed. Everything is doing the same thing it was doing last year, man. Gunna's attorney, Steve Sadow, is taking a break from his day job of making the big bucks being a high-profile defense attorney to step into the world of street politics, man. Yeah, man, he came running to Young Thug's aid because he tired of all of the snitch talk and the rat talk and people trying to clown his client, man. The man say he tired of it, bro. And nobody asked for creamer. I like my coffee black, just like the business I be minding on this here internet, man. You dig what I'm saying? But Steve Sadow took it upon himself with no direction at all from Gunna, at least that's what he said, and wanted to address the snitch rumors. You dig what I'm saying? And it seems like in the message that he put out that he got a little chip on his shoulder. I don't know why this white man feels some kind of way about an ex-client or maybe a ongoing client of his being called a snitch. You dig what I'm saying? But before we get to what Steve Sadow had to say to, address the public today to try and put the snitch allegations away for Gunna, let's go back to how this whole thing started. Let's go back to the moment that Gunna got put in time out. Let's get to the content.
Agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, man, Steve Sadow, Gunna's attorney, must have woke up this morning, rolled out of bed and decided, God damn it, I'm tired of this shit. Because this is what he had to say, man. I was Gunna's attorney, but I am not speaking on his behalf. This long post is solely to set out the truth. Gunna did not cooperate and did nothing and said nothing to cause harm to Thug's case. He spent 8 months in jail and was released in December of 2022 after entering an Alford plea. Gunna's plea could not and was not used at Thug's trial, and he was never even named as a witness. He received a 5-year suspended sentence with no reporting, no travel restrictions, no living restrictions, and no probation. Over the last 2 years, from media reports, he has performed all over the world, achieved international fame and recognition, and earned millions of dollars. Conversely, Thug went to trial and eventually pled guilty and no after spending 30 months in jail, received 15 years probation with reporting conditions, and is not even allowed to live in Atlanta. Those that have and continue to badmouth Gunna, get over it. No said. Steve Sadow also added this, by the way. I love the street rules and the dry snitch comments. Oh, the fake outrage. Same old shit. Both were charged with RICO. Both faced 20 years in prison. Both pled RICO. Regardless, I'm more than willing to accept the blame for the great deal. Now, just for informational purposes, I would be doing you all a disservice if I didn't just highlight that Steve Sadow is one of those defense attorneys that you want to get if you got a big old bag of money. You dig what I'm saying? He is one of those guys. This is one of the top defense attorneys in Georgia, and he costs a hefty price tag. Ask Fonnie Willis how raw he is in that courtroom. Ask Fonnie Willis how well Donald Trump's election interference case is going. She couldn't even beat Steve Sadow in court. You dig what I'm saying? And she the DA. So that gives you a little bit of context for, how powerful and how strategic and how, and how savvy this attorney is. And Steve Sadow, along with a few others that I can mention, Brian Steele also is one of them, and Drew Findling, he is also one of them. Let me tell you something, bro. It's a couple of attorneys that you want to call if you got a big old bag of money, man. Steve Sadow, you want to call Brian Steele, you want to call Drew Fenneling, and you want to call the Ghostbusters if you ain't got no damn money. But if you got a sack, this who you want to call, bro. Because these 3 attorneys, along with some others, get you out of damn near anything if you got some money. You understand me? Steve Sadow is so goddamn good, Donald Trump wanted him before he stepped in the ring with Fonnie Willis, and they done damn near turned her life upside down. You dig what I'm saying? Worrying about who she was laying up with, and you know what kind of money she had stashed, and this and that and the other. She ain't got that case back on track yet. They got her so discombobulated, she sent a little team of chihuahuas in there with this YSL Rico trial, and we see how that turned out. So, but to get back to Steve Sadow stepping into these street politics, ain't nothing he said in none of this language with this post that he made gonna make a difference. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Once you do something that break the street code or just violate street politics, the streets gonna judge you based on that. You dig what I'm saying? Based on that alone. And ain't no white man, no attorney. He might do his thing in the courtroom, but in the court of public opinion, out here in these trenches, out here in these streets, anybody that can relate to any type of street politics and the rules, and we can argue about the rules because they some bullshit at this point too. Every damn thing watered down. My advice to anybody, even if you got a big old bag of money, don't have yourself out here in these type of positions, bro. Don't put yourself in these type of positions where you need to have a defense attorney. Try to stay out the way, man, because the rules ain't the same no more. It's selective street, it's selective when it comes to who people want to judge and how they want to judge them, and the way times is now, if you got enough money, it don't matter what damn rules in the streets you break. If you popular enough, if you hot enough, if you rich enough, niggas will look right past all of the violations because they want to be down, like Brandy. Understand me? So that's the whole issue with the street politics these days and time, man. In 2025, we just on at the beginning of it. And we seeing signs already that it might be a rocky and crazy year. Now, that's yet to be determined. We got to live through it to see what actually happened. But, man, when it comes to all of these shootings and stuff already, bro, like already it's been people done lost their life at the top of the year. Mass killings and shootings and this and that. Bro, it's a crazy world. Why complicate it more when you got money and you in a position of influence and wealth and power and money? Like, bro, just stay out the way. People gravitate to the same thing they tried to get away from, and I never understand it. I for the life of me, I never understand it. And we see what happened when they do that. God bless you out of a situation for a reason, to not go back to that situation. Otherwise, he wouldn't have blessed you to get out of it. But the street politics, you dig what I'm saying? Wanting to be down, wanting to be looked at a certain type of way, and we do it to our detriment, some of us. So with Gunna, with this whole situation, he said what he said. And to a lot of people out here in the streets, it came across as snitching. I mean, even though he ain't said a whole lot, he said enough. You understand me? And so that's how people gonna look at it. That's how they gonna judge him. But, in terms of his career, and he's still continuing to make good music. He came home. He had a hell of a year. He's still having a hell of a run. And he's still doing his thing, man. It's okay, man, to grow apart from somebody, man. This was a business relationship and a friendship, but at the end of the day, if you can do neither with a person, you go your way, he go his way. You dig what I'm saying? Because it takes two to tango, and from what I can tell, Gunna ain't paying none of this shit no attention. And I think Thug need to leave it alone too at some point, because I mean, shit, what's up with the trolling, bro? If you ain't rocking with the man, don't rock with him, bro. It is what it is. Leave it alone. Because all this back and forth, bro, all this tit for tat, again, it takes two to tango. But you don't want this to keep going, keep trolling. And then, you know, it turns into something else down the line, which I don't want that for neither one of them. They too successful. They got too much going on, and they got a hell of a lot to lose. And so I tell Young Thug, like my grandma told me before I got locked up, boy, you keep right on bullshitting, doing what you doing out here in these streets, and them crackers gonna lock your ass up, and that's damn sure what they did. I'll get at y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be smooth. I'm out.